Yes. So, good morning, students. This is our third lecture of internet programming. Now, in our previous lecture, we have just started with our PHP. Now, why we directly start with PHP? Because at the time of doing the learning the PHP, we are able to cover the HTML, JavaScript, and CSS as well, because these are the prerequisites for doing our mini projects. So that's why I started with the PHP, so that at least if we know how to design the layout using HTML, how to do somehow something JavaScript, and how to add the PHP, that means how to connect it to the database. So these two three things are very very important, right? So now again I'm repeating, if you have got any kind of doubt, let's say if I'm going fast, or if you are having a doubt, a very silly doubt also at any single line, so please unmute yourself and you can ask me, right? So what is this, what is that? If at that time if I am also not able to know that particular thing, then I will tell, I will explain you later. But as far as this thing is concerned, I am very much habitual of this PHP connection and so on and so forth. So that's why it will not have, you will not face any kind of problem. But again, just a small request that please stop me and ask me the any type of questions, right? And if you are asking me the question, I will assume that yes, you are doing it from your side. Okay. So now I am sharing my screen, so let's again go one by one. Just, Shweta, tell me, can you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. नहीं
Oh,
sir. Yes, sir.
okay. No issue. Okay. So first, let me go to something called as w3schools.com, which everybody awares it. Before starting this PHP MySQL, I would like to tell you, we are going to do this practical today, which is very important. PHP connect to MySQL. Now, what methodology we are adopting to connect as a front end to back end is something like this. So there are three types of ways you can able to connect to MySQL. The first one is something called as MySQLi object oriented. The second one is called as MySQLi procedural, and the third one is called as a PDO, that is nothing but PHP data object. So there are three ways to connect to the backend. Right now, what happened? The I stands for improved version. So there are two ways: object oriented and procedural. Generally, we will stick with the procedural. Why? Because now we are doing a programming, right, which is kind of procedural language. We are not returning anything, right, to any of the functional type case. There is one more thing called as PHP data object. You may go for the object oriented, no way, right? Means no doubt at all. Any of these three are applicable for PHP 5 onwards. See, you can just look at this particular statement is very very important. MySQLi extension is automatically installed in most of the cases when PHP 5 MySQL package is installed. So these three things, these three methodologies are not applicable less than 5. So PHP 4 you are using, PHP 3 you are using, because once you are dealing with the XAMPP or WAMP or whatever it is, right? So whenever you are installing, let's say if you had a previous setup file, and if you have installed it in your browser, then then you cannot able to work on MySQLi. That is what is the problem. But now we are using MySQLi because everybody has installed XAMPP right now, latest version. So definitely we are working on PHP 5 onwards. So that thing we already studied it. See, now the just a minute syntax which is there in MySQLi object oriented and in MySQLi procedural. So what is the difference? Please look at the syntax, right? You can just see that this syntax we have just studied, right? You do not start with the practical. Let me first clear the concept and then you will understand it, you know, why we are using that like that, then you do it. So in this particular case, the con new MySQL I, so it is creating a new object, and the three parameters they have sent, right? In our case, in our practical, we have also sent the fourth parameter, that is the database name. That database name is also very very important thing that we have added here. It is not there, right? Now look at the syntax. If dollar con, and this is something called as a pointer, a pointer operator. This is a pointer operator. You are going to point it to the connect dot error. This is something called as implicit object. What is the meaning of implicit object? This object is defined by PHP itself, which takes care of the connection error. So this is implicit object, right? And what is con? This is nothing but a, you can say, a simple variable. How variable is defined in PHP? By using this dollar symbol. Is very very important, very simple. If I want to write dollar a equal to 10, then you can write dollar a equal to 10. Okay, so let me first uh, open this sketchbook so that I can able to explain you better, right? So right from beginning we are studying, so don't worry about it directly. Even if we are shifting to the PHP MySQL, it doesn't mean that we are skipping this part directly. So this dollar symbol is very important. So dollar a equal to 10. Okay, that's it, and semicolon. So this dollar a is nothing but a variable. So you can just imagine if you're working in Python, it's same as a equal to 10, right? But over here, the syntax is called as dollar. Dollar a represents the variable in PHP. Without dollar, it will not recognize as a PHP. So you will get some syntax error, right? So this dollar has got some significance. Okay, it's fine. So again, it depends upon the value contents. If you are inserting 10, then this becomes an integer variable. If you are adding some, let's say the character or a string, then it becomes that string data type. If you are adding, let's say 10.10 like that, floating case of thing inside a variable, then it represents the float or number, right? So this is how the picture it is there in PHP, right? So again, if you look at this particular thing, dollar con means it's a variable. Again, it's point to the this thing. Now we are avoiding this, because the note is being written it over here. So let's say for making a checking a connection, this function is being used nowadays. MySQL I underscore connect underscore error, right? And why, you know, see why this is very important, because it depends upon the minute differences between the versions also. If you look at, if you read this, then you will come to know, right? Dollar connect underscore error, this object was broken until these particular versions. If you need to ensure compatibility with PHP versions prior to this, use the following code. That means if you are using PHP 5.0 to 5.3 onwards, then it will work, because our XAMPP, WAMP, or whatever server you are installing, right, you are not knowing the correct version of the PHP. So how it is compatible? So let's, if you write like this directly, then your problem will get solved. So you need not to have like this pointer and everything, because let's say if you use this, you may get the output in your screen. But let's say if you give me the code, and if I am using a browser where the versions of PHP are they are differing, then what is going to happen? I am getting the error. But then you will say, sir, in my laptop I am getting the correct output, but in my laptop I am getting the correct error, correct value. Why? Because it differs between the simple versions, right? It is not like that whatever XAMPP I have given it to you, the same XAMPP you are also installing at your place, same setup file, And if you are having the same setup file, same configuration and everything, then whatever I am doing it over here, you will also get the correct thing as well, right? But the standard way to look at this, they are also, this website is very important, w3schools.com, right? Because whatever technology of the web technology, it is being there since 2000. So this website is running, you can just imagine the durability of the website. 20 years is not a small time. So since right at that time only this website is being used, so whatever the things are added to the web related things, everything is over here, right? So few years back there was not case called as Bootstrap. Now they have added Bootstrap. Few years back they have not added this particular this thing MySQL I or like that, but now they have added. Why? Because of the latest thing, right? And they are having this certification as well, right? W3 Schools has got their special certifications for PHP, Python, and so on and so forth, right? By the way, we are not going in detail in that. The second one is something called as MySQL procedural. So for procedural, I need not to check any kind of connection like this, but there is a very small change called as this $con, and there is a negation. Exclamation mark is states as a negation. We already know this in the previous languages. So only this much it will take care, right? So even though you use any kind of version of PHP, any kind of this thing, you will not face any kind of problem. That's why I am also using this MySQL procedural. This is why I am using this, right? Otherwise I may go for the previous methodology or the PDO object also. But why I'm sticking with this? Because I am very much comfortable with this. I need not to take care of different kinds of versions, right? That may be one of the problem. There may be any kind of the problems that it will, you require some experience, right? If I'm using this, what kind of things I'm getting? If I'm using other methodology, what I'm getting the thing? If I am using one more methodology, what I'm getting the problems and what I'm getting the output? As I told you, it may you may look like this particular syntax, it is working on your PC, but same thing it is not working on the another PC. But in case of a client server architecture where multiple clients are visiting your websites, so they might use they are might be using the different kinds of browsers, so different kinds of versions, different kinds of compatibility, but still my code should work. So if like that case is there, so I am suggesting that MySQL procedural is better, and that's why in my code I am also using this particular thing, right? What is the meaning of it? $con is the same variable. I am checking negation. If the connection is not established, then you display the error. And if the connection is established, then else you will say this. And I am using what? Die function. Die is nothing but kill that particular connection, right? Terminate that particular connection, right? And there is something called as PDO, right? PHP data object. So over here the same thing is over, but look at this first parameter. You're not only mentioning the server name, but here only you are having the name of the database, right? The syntax differs, don't worry, only syntax differs of this PDO, that's it, right? And again I am saying that I am just explaining this for just learning purpose, right? We are going to do the program in the procedural method only. But if anybody asks you, if you are using the PHP MySQL, what are the three method, or what are the different methodologies to connect to MySQL? So as a student I must know it, right? There are three kinds of methodologies. One is something called as object oriented, another something called as a procedural, and the third one is something called as PDO. That's it, right? Okay. And this is a set attribute, right? This is again the the set attribute that this particular PDO, right? Or if I'm talking about, let's say this is a PDO object. This PDO object is again an object which is going to be reflected in your heap memory. Now I think you are remembering something called as heap memory, right? Heap memory is nothing but the memory within the RAM where all the objects are stored, right? We know it because we already learned the Java language, and there is one more memory called as stack, where you are going to store the variables, class names, and everything, right, to conduct the operational cases like mathematical operations, so and so forth. Whereas heap is a memory which is responsible to store only the object. So PDO is the object which is having the attributes, and these attributes are going to take care of the connection error. So this is the meaning of this particular statement, right? We are not going to buy hard disk, we are not going to use it. Only, again I am repeating, this PDO and object oriented methodology, this is only for our study, right? So whenever you will get a time, you can just look at the syntax, see what kind of syntax are there, right? Okay, that's it. Okay, now now we will go for our code, right? Last time we start with our simple code, right, which is something called as a this particular form, student entry form. Last time we did this. Okay, so I think you are not having any kind of doubt to design this. Okay, for designing this, I have not used any kind of CSS, any kind of CSS3, any kind of bootstrapping, nothing. So there is no something called as animation into it, a simple HTML code. And how you are written the simple HTML code? So look at uh, this particular PHP. Now I have saved as a PHP file. Now why? Last time I have told you, even though you are having a student.html, in student.html you have got only this much, right from center, to this much. Yes, only this much code you are written, and this code is just responsible to create a table, to create a label, as well as to have the combo box, and then again enter student name, then the text box, then two buttons, एक submit है, एक reset है. So this code you are written, you are not added any kind of PHP code in this particular HTML, right? So it's a simple HTML file. So I think you don't have any kind of problem in this particular code. Yes, anybody unmute the mic and just tell me.
No, sir, no problem.
Yeah. So fine. So this is good. Now why I have saved this at .php? Just imagine this particular form. If I look at this particular, I run the form, and if I look at the form, what happens? There is something called a list of student, and you can just see my combo box. This combo box using select tag you have displayed it. It is empty. Now the first thing is, let's say I am a new teacher and I want to add the student name, and if I load this form at one time, first time, so I must know whether I have entered these values previously or no, right? So it means what? There are no students in the database. Now if you go to the database, just see whether anything is there or no, because before this we also know because before putting this form or after doing this HTML code, what we have done, we went to the PHP MySQL, and first of all we have created a database and table, and then we are going to add the PHP. So PHP comes afterwards, first designing of a form, then designing of a database, and then you start the PHP scripting, right? Before, without having this any kind of backend work, that is database and table work, do not start with the PHP. That is what is a sequence of a coding. Now over here I have created the student table, right? Now in the student table, let's see, right, go to the structure, right? Okay, so structure, we only have these two particular fields, right? Stud ID and stud name. So as I told you, we are not put any kind of primary key over here, because as a programmer you are going to check and you are going to add the value. The primary key, if you don't add the if you add the primary key and if you don't add the primary key, what is the difference between these two? If you add the primary key, yes, the advantage is what? It go automatically incrementing 1 2 3 4 like this. What happen, what is the problem with primary key? Let's say if there are 10 records I have added, inserted, so 1 2 3 4 up to 10. Now let's say if I delete the record number 10, right? So fine. So I have deleted the record number 10. Now the new record I have inserted. What is going to happen? I am getting the value of student ID as 11. But what should actually happen? I must insert the value as 10 only, because I have already physically deleted the record. See, physically deletion. What is the meaning of it? I have confirmed. I have deleted from the hard disk. I have not marked the record as deletion. Mark the record as deletion का मतलब क्या होता है? I have suspended that record. Right? So mark the record at deletion and physically delete the record. There are two kinds of differences. Right? Please understand this. Right? In previous databases, this was, you can able to see if you are deleting the record, the record is not being physically deleted, right? It is already being there inside a database, inside a log file, right? So I can able to recover the databases, recover the records from the database at any time. Because why? Because I have not physically deleted the record. Now over here, what is going to happen? Over here, primary key is going to delete the record, but which is the ID of it, which is marked as what? Which is marked as a deletion, which is not physically deleted. And this is why, right? If even if I have to insert ID as 10, I cannot able to insert it, right? But my record will be 11. That kind of problems, right, are generally happen in case of the primary key, and that's why I will not suggest to go for the primary key. What I will do it, I will go as a programming side. Programmatically, I will check, select max of stud ID from student. So if I fire this query, I know I am getting the 9th as a max of stud ID. So what I will do, I will increment by 1, and that whatever value I will get, that value I am going to insert it. So it may be 10, right? So even if I delete fire record or whatever is there, right? So I am getting the max of that particular stud ID, and that stud ID I can increment and I can insert it. So programmatically I can do this, right? So that's why I will recommend that not to use primary key in your project also, right? Integrity constraints, that also we have seen it, right? You have seen it in your database. Integrity constraints. Let's say I am having this particular table. I am having one more table called as teacher, and teacher ID and stud ID, or the stud ID over here it is primary key, and in teacher table it is foreign key. The same thing is going to happen while deleting a record. If I'm deleting a record in teacher, it will not allow me, because if I'm deleting the record in student, it will not allow me, because this key is already being binded with the different kind of table because of primary and foreign key. So this may happen, right? So I cannot able to manage everything. Let's say agar student, right, student has left from the college after 4 years, right? So I will delete the record from this particular table, but I want that particular student record in case of teacher student relationship table. At that time I cannot able to delete over here only, because this student ID is going to be bind in all other tables. So that's why generally while designing or while doing the real-time project, consider that whatever integration or whatever integrity constraint, whatever constraints that you are going to do at the backend side, all the constraints you do it at the front end. Front end means in the scripting, not at the database level. So that is what recommendation in this particular case, right? So this is one thing I would like to manage. So let's say, what are the values over here? See, I have just now added 1 means it goes automatically 1, and this is the Mahesh, the student name, any student name, right, that I have added. But at this particular case, can you see Mahesh is appearing over here? No. And that's why it is necessary to put the PHP code at front end only, right? So I go over here. So not only this HTML is going to help me, but I have to write here PHP code, so that at first time, at loading at first time only, I should able to see how many students that I have added previously, right? So that's why where I will go to the body tag. After body tag, as I have told you, right, I have to write this form, name of the form, method equal to post, right, and action equal to. Where I am going to submit the form? I am going to submit the form in this particular PHP file, right? Okay. Now just see, look at over here. Type equal to submit. The name of the button is what? Input. Type equal to submit. So this is a basic code. I have not used button. I have not used, like this, the HTML5, you can say, we are having, still we are at the lower level side. So input type equal to submit. Fine. Name of the button is CMD submit. Name means what? It's a object name. Object name, right? It is not going to appear on the screen. What is going to appear on the screen? Value. Value is nothing but a caption. The name of the button is submit. So this is going to appear on the button. This is going to help me for coding. The same thing. This is going to help to put it on the caption, right, on the button, and this is going to help me for the programming, for scripting, right? And type equal to reset. So I need not to put like this document dot that particular name of the text box, right, dot value equal to null. That record that thing I should not able to do it. Why? Because I am directly using reset. Type equal to reset. And here if I am using type equal to submit, so once I click on submit button, I am going to call this particular file add stud.php. Now the same code, right? Which code? That particular W3 school wala code, right? And which methodology we are adapting? We are adapting procedural. Why procedural? See this code, right? Now see, look at the code. Code is very simple, right? So don't copy paste it, type it. Type karo, right? Copy paste karo mat. The code is being there. You just copy paste or type karo. It's okay, no issue. So dollar server name equal to local server, localhost, fine, right? Username is equal to root. By default it is root. You may have the constraint like username and password at the at that particular side, okay, where you are using it, fine, right? And password is nothing, right? So null password is there by default, right, in your PHP MyAdmin, right? So now same code I have put it. I have not added the database over here. Same code. Why? Because to understand purpose, right? I have to understand it. Let's see whether whatever code it is there. So if I apply it in my side, whether it is being there or no, right? So let's create a connection. So as I told you, dollar server name. This is what? A variable name. The dollar is nothing but what? The variable name. You can just look at over here. See, if I just move the mouse, you will come to know, right? Where? And this is what I have put I have passed the value double quotes. That's why it is saying that it is a string. And whenever you are adding this PHP code inside HTML, you have to start with this less than question mark PHP. And whenever you are ending with this, you have to end with this question mark greater than sign. This is important, right? I will just enlarge the screen so that you can able to see, right? This is a syntax is very, very important, because if you not added this, you will get something like error, and the debugging of this particular web page is very dangerous. You have to inspect the object and do the things needful. You will come to know. Now this is a very less LOC. LOC means line of code, right? Number of lines are very less, but once you go for real-time project, you will only come to know lot of coding that you have to do it. And if you forget this particular symbol, then it's very important, right? So this is the starting PHP code. This is the ending PHP code. You may add this anywhere in HTML file, anywhere. It is not like that you have to do it over here, right? Wherever you want, you can add it. Means I can add this PHP code right over here also, inside the tag, right? Wherever I want, that you will see it now, right? I'm going to add it because I want to populate this particular combo box, right? So server name equal to this, right? And the dollar name, again this is a variable, right? So equal to new MySQLi server name, this is this, right? And if here I'm saying if there is something goes wrong, then you will show me the particular error. If you are not having any kind of error, then this is what you will get. right? So over here, if I write echo what? Echo, let's say welcome, or like, not welcome, let's say database connected and semicolon. So you can put it over here. If something goes wrong, then it's fine. Else you say that database connected. So if I'm having database connected, this message on the screen, then you will come to know, yes, the database connected successfully. So you add this in your code. That's it. You add this in your code before having the table, center tag, and before and after immediately body and form tag, right? This is a space, this is a block where I have added the connection code. And if I just put it, I refresh my page over here, right? And I am getting this particular message, DB connected. So database connected, if I'm getting this message on the screen, it means that this page is being connected to this particular databases, all the databases. It is not only the student. Why? Because I have not passed the database value inside that, right? Please, this is very, very important. Now at this point, I don't bother about it. But once I am talking about a real-time project, right? Real-time project means whatever you are doing the mini project over there, I have to specify the database name. But at this time, if I am looking at the particular small code, right? So ye wala code, is this working? Yes, it is working fine for my database. For your database also, you should get this particular message. That means it is connected correctly. Fine. Let's go ahead. Up to this much, is there any problem? Sweetie?
Yes, sir. It's showing DB connected.
It is showing DB connected, right? So that means it is correct. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead with our code, right? Now, as I already written the code, I will not waste time to write the code again and again, right? Look at this particular code, right? A very simple code, but which is where I have to add it. See, select name. So I will copy it and over here, select. Inside a select, I should write a code because I have to populate the list of students which should come from the database, right? So here I have to add this PHP. So I am adding PHP over here, right? Again, 1 second. See, what should be there inside this? Inside this, I should have the option, right? This is fine. What should be populate over here? Let's say I write here Mahesh and I write here 1. So stud ID should come over here and stud name come should over here, right? ऐसा होना चाहिए, right? So जैसे अगर मैं ये सेव करता हूँ फाइल, राइट, और ये रन करता हूँ, तो ये आ गया, महेश आ गया. 1 तो मुझे दिखने वाला नहीं है. Why? Because it's a hidden value. It's a hidden value, right? But now this Mahesh or whatever value is there, it should come from the database. The 1 or 1, 2, 3, 4 or name A, B, C, D. So this I have to put it in for loop, right? Already I have established a connection. So first of all, I have to fire the query, select star from student, right? For this, I have written this particular code, right? So this is inside this. So let's see. Question mark PHP. So I have started with the code. Fine. First thing, what is the first thing? First thing is just a variable. What variable consists of? Variable consists of a string, is nothing but a query. Select star from student, right? Now you may write code simultaneously while understanding this, right? It's very simple. I am going very slow. If you're if from your side, if you're having problem, please say, sir, stop, I am doing this like that. Okay, don't worry. So inside a select, you start with the PHP code, right? And now first thing is you are going to write this query. Query is very simple. Select star from student. Now this is what double quotes. So I have put it like a string, and this is my variable. Fine. Semicolon. Okay. Now how to, next thing is how to fire the query. How to fire the query. So to fire the query, this is the syntax. This is the syntax to fire the query, right? Just see, connection, right? Already you have established a connection. What is there inside a connection? Inside a connection, you connected to MySQL. So if the connection already being established. Now this connection is pointing to, now this variable is pointing to dash and greater than sign. Pointing to what? Pointing to this query. Now understand this. Now understand this, right? What is happening? What is happening? Now if I fire the query like this, select star from student. So this is a space inside a memory, and this is something called as cursor. Cursor is a temporary area inside a RAM where you load the records of that query. Select star from student. This is my query. So this is being coming from the database. Where are the values and records? In the, let's say in our database means hard disk. I have to bring the values from this particular table from hard disk to RAM, and where it is going to load? It is going to load it in cursor, right? So inside a cursor, it is going to load it over here. So my con object will point to this particular cursor. So that's why this is there. This is the meaning of this. My con object is pointing to this. Query is a implicit function. See this public function, right? अगर मैं कर्सर लिया तो उसका सिंटैक्स ऊपर आता है, देखो, पब्लिक फंक्शन क्वेरी एंड सो फॉर रिजल्ट सेट, right? So don't buy this everything, but this is a implicit function. This query that we have not written, right? This con is our variable, fine. And this SQL, you are passing this query, you are passing this particular string, you can say, okay, fine, string you can say over here, you are passing it to this query function, and this query function is going to load the record inside a cursor, right? It's a pre-compiled function. Pre-compiled means already it is been compiled, and for this cursor you are pointing with con, and this is, you are going to store it in one more variable called as result, or any kind of variable name, right? Why? Because this is this everything, you are going to put a variable called as result or any kind of variable. This variable is equal to this. Now equal to, the meaning of equality is also pointing, right? We know it. Okay, again I am telling you, a equal to 5 means what? 5 is there in one memory, a is there in another memory, and this is equal to the assignment operator. It is also pointing. So a is pointing to 5 is pointing to a. So a knows the address of 5 knows the address of a. This is the meaning of equal to, na? The same thing is over here. This dollar result is pointing to this particular query section, right? Now why this? Because this variable is only going to fetch the record, okay? How it is fetching? Look at the symbol. Next, while, you put a while loop, while $row, again new variable. Now this $row is where you are going to point. $row is pointing over here. So result is pointing to the whole section, and the row is pointing to the one by one record, right? Fine. So $row equal to $result. Already you are put this, and this is a function fetch array. You are fetching it like an array. Why array? Because you make it a multiple values of database, multiple values of records in one table, not database, one table, inside that records are there, right? So fetch array is going to fetch the number of records, and which is going to point, which is going to bring by the result, and which is going to point by the row. So who is going to point to one of the who is going to point to one record? This particular variable. Who is going to fetch all the records, who is going to point it? Result. Who is going to point to actual query? Con object. So this is the whole and soul the pointer structure only, right? So open the while record. Up to this much there is no up to this much there is no HTML, only purely PHP code, only PHP code only, right? Now inside PHP, inside over here, I want to show the option. So my option tag, you can see I have put it in echo. Echo, I understood. What is echo? Echo is nothing but you can say a statement or a command. Whatever you will write inside this, right? It is going to appear on the home page or appear on the web page. So even if I want to include it, अगर मुझे ये H3 tag पे डालना है और H4, so I may put like this H4. So this is how I can write, right? HTML within PHP. So PHP is there. I can write HTML inside it. And हम लोग ने ऑलरेडी क्या किया है? HTML के अंदर PHP डाला है. अभी PHP के अंदर HTML और HTML के अंदर PHP, ऐसा कुछ भी नेस्टेड आप कर सकते हो. So there is no restriction like this, right? So if I am writing H4, so I will execute it afterwards. So look at over here. So echo. So now I have written here option. Fine. Value is also there. Now in value, what I have to do? In value, I have to bring the good ID. So look at the syntax very carefully. So value hai, fine. Just see the single quote over here and single quote at the end. Now inside that we are to again put the double quote, because value का syntax देखो क्या था, value का syntax क्या था, value equal to double quote. तो उसके आगे पीछे भी मैंने single quote डाला है, right? And dot is also an important thing, because dot will actually print the value, right? अगर मैंने डॉट डाला नहीं, डबल कोट डाला, तो पहले वाला सिंटैक्स हो जाएगा ना वन, और महेश जो था वो महेश ही आएगा, राइट? महेश के बजाय वेरिएबल का वैल्यू प्रिंट करने का तो वो नहीं आएगा. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई रिक्वायर दिस डॉट. एंड जस्ट सी डॉलर रो. व्हाई? बिकॉज डॉलर रो तो हम लोग ने ऑलरेडी लिया है. इट इज पॉइंटिंग टू दिस पर्टिकुलर वन रो. एक रिकॉर्ड को रो पॉइंट कौन कर रहा है? रो कर रहा है. और व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द फील्ड? स्टूड आईडी. तो पहला पॉइंटर, तो पहला फर्स्ट रो इज स्टूड आईडी, राइट? ये तो अपना ब्रैकेट खत्म हो गया ऑप्शन का. और ये डबल कोट्स किसका खत्म हो गया? इस डबल कोट्स, राइट? ये इसका खत्म हो गया ना, इको वाला पार्ट चालू है ना, राइट? तो ये खत्म हो गया. उसके अंदर, राइट, आई हैव नॉट completed this option tag over here. So again I have to put what? Dot. To look at this dot. So this particular part of the code, it is going to print the stud name. This, right? I will go ahead and again I will start opening with this double quote, because I have to end with this na option tag. I have to end the option tag. So again double quote and double quote. ये इसका double quote है, ये वाला डबल कोट पहले वाले का है, राइट? ये सिंगल कोट इसका है और ये डबल कोट इसके अंदर का है, राइट? सो इफ यू नो दिस पर्टिकुलर सिंटैक्स करेक्टली, राइट, आई विल कंप्लीट दिस व्हाइल लूप ओवर हियर एंड आई विल कंप्लीट दिस पीएचपी कोड. ये पीएचपी कोड मैंने सिलेक्ट के अंदर ये किया. सो लेट्स सेव द कोड एंड लेट्स रन द कोड ओवर हियर. Right, something goes wrong, right? There is something goes wrong that we have to need to see the semicolon or like this missing or no, right? Have you written the code up till now? Anybody?
Yes, sir.
So have you got a result up till now? Yes, have you got a result up till now? कोड करो और जरा मुझे दिखाओ. दिखाओ means anybody, if you are doing it. Go to the code and just see, because I am getting the correct thing over here. Again, I will do it. If I entering some values, I am getting this fine. The same code I have put it over here. Same code I have put it over here. Just see it at your side whether you are getting or no, and tell me. There should not be anything goes wrong. Yes, anybody? Or let's see. One second. Okay, I'm going to getting this fatal error. Call a member function feature. Okay. ये फेटल एरर क्यों आता है मालूम है क्या आपको? एनीबडी नोज? फेटल एरर only. It should not happen like this actually, right? Because there is no this thing, any grammatical mistake at all, right? So it should not give me like this error. I am getting the error, right? Actually, because of this. That's what I am telling. I was telling you, because here I have not added the database. So the database is important, right? Because of I have not added a database, it may give me the fatal error. So let me change the code. Right now, student need a database. Let's see. Yes. So this is what is the problem, right? Have you understood the what goes wrong? See, because we have not added the database, right, over here. Okay, and that is why the it is giving me the error, because as I told you previously, right, whatever con object we have pointing to database, so there are a lot of databases inside MySQL, right? So which database actually I'm connecting? So that database name that we have not put in our the code. That's why the error it is getting like the fatal error, right? The fatal error understood like this, that nothing goes wrong over here because we have, I have done it many times, so nothing goes wrong over here. The wrong is in database. So that is what is the fetching the error. So fetch error fatal error tha, not syntactical error. So the thing is that we are going to add this. That's it. DB. Right, this database name. This is what is important. So please add this in your code as well. Right? Only this thing is important. Database name. Okay. Otherwise, definitely you will get like this error. And even if you are getting some error, please stick with the problem and just solve it. Why I am getting this particular error. First of all, you have to just check the syntax. If the syntax is correct, everything fine, and then you start with the different kind of way. What kind of error. So you may go for element or like this, you will not see the error, but right click on it, you go to the view source, and there you will get a displaying of the error. Otherwise, you may put this error, this kind of particular error, right? If you are getting like this error, then you may put the if and else. If something goes wrong, right, then you catch it, like try and catch like that particular things, right? And you can show it in the console.log. You can able to show it. But I'm thinking about putting try and catch and everything. Instead of that, you right click on the web page as I did it, and see what kind of error it has been displayed. So that error you will get automatically. So because of only this thing, add database name is your student, right? Username password as it is, right? So now over here DB connected, तो message आएगा ही, सवाल ही नहीं है. And you can just see H4, right? You are embedding HTML with PHP, fine. And again look at the syntax. Again I am explaining, right? Query result equal to $con. You are pointing to this query section. It is nothing but a cursor. Inside a cursor, whatever you are fetching the record using this particular reset, you are going to point it using the row, and this row you are going to put it inside the option tag. The syntax is like this: dot dot. If you are not putting the dot, it means it will not print the value of the variable, but it will print the string as it is. So इसके लिए मुझे dot dot आगे पीछे dot dot लगाने का है, उसके आगे पीछे double quotes and उसके आगे पीछे single quote. Why single quote? Because I will treat that value as a string value, right? Because of the string. अगर मैंने ये single quote नहीं डाला तो भी चलेगा. But what I want to put it, because in HTML everything, whatever you are passing the parameters, you are passing the parameters in string format only. You cannot pass the value to one file to another file in number format, in floating point format. No, right? You can pass the values from one file to another file, one computer to another computer, one client to one server in string format only. That we have studied in Java also, right? That's why we had a wrapper classes, integer.parseInt, double.parseInt, so and so forth, right? That's why over here also, even if it's a number, fine, but while displaying it, I want to put it in. So this is the syntax for printing the ID, and this is the single quote. I have to put it as a string, right? Again the same thing. Student name, you print the student name, fine. Double quote आगे पीछे, इसके भी आगे पीछे डालने हैं. Okay, then close the while loop and close this. So this is the syntax, right? So anybody has written, Sweetie?
Yes, sir. Written.
Have you got a value on the data on the front page? Or
Sir,
not value? We are not inserted. Fine, we are not inserted. But have you loaded the form?
sir, there is no error showing, but the problem is whenever I'm entering the name, no, it's not submitting it.
Submitting it ना, submission का भी करेंगे ना, submission का भी करेंगे ना, लेकिन ऐसा form तो ये डेटाबेस कनेक्टेड और ऐसा फॉर्म तो दिख रहा है।
हाँ फॉर्म आ रहा है सर आपका, जैसे आपने वो महेश वाला ऑप्शन कैसे दिखा रहा है ना, वैसा मेरे में
Yes.
शायद नहीं हो रहा लोड।
नहीं नहीं,
मेरे
क्यों
में आ रहा नहीं है।
नहीं, क्यों नहीं आ रहा है? बिकॉज सी ओवर हियर इसमें महेश करके ऑलरेडी है ना रे, वैल्यू है, इसके लिए आ रहा है वो।
ओके
what you do what you do you know what you do, go to the SQL section, go to the SQL section. PHP, I am doing it. Go to the SQL section.
सो
हाँ, okay, so let me flush the record first. ओके अभी हम लोग क्या करेंगे ना, हम लोग इधर से वैल्यू इंसर्ट करेंगे। हाँ, तो यू कैन राइट अ क्वेरी इंसर्ट इनटू स्टूडेंट, यू कैन राइट डाउन द वैल्यूज। 1 है राइट, और नाम है स्वीटी। ओके फाइन, 1 रिकॉर्ड गो करो, 1 रिकॉर्ड इंसर्टेड, गो टू द ब्राउज एंड सी। किया इधर तक? See, even if I'm asking to Sweetie, it doesn't mean that only one student is there. A lot of students, they are also working on it simultaneously. I'm assuming that. So if you got any kind of error, please ask me. And what you do,
डन सो डन
what you do over here, just refresh it. Please see, you should get your value. Yes, done. So very nice. So you are getting this particular value over here. Now the thing is what? I will write something over here and then I will submit it. Now submit के लिए what we have done, type equal to submit तो है ही already. Fine. So type equal to submit is there. Now what I have told you, over here there is a form tag, right? Form tag आपने किया है, लिखा है form tag, right? So form name equal to FRM. Shweta, hello Shweta, are you getting this? Okay, method equal to post and action equal to add stud.php, right? Already आपने लिखा है. So let's now write a new file. इधर new file बनाओ और add stud.php नाम दे दो. New file बनाओ and add stud.php file बनाओ. Now here what you are going to do? You are going to do this first thing. Take this, right? The whole code you copy it and just paste it over here. Paste करो खाली पहले. Add stud file में paste करो. Same code you copy paste it in add stud. What kind of changes we are going to do it? That I am telling you, because I required everything na. After adding it, I will not only print the database has been added, not like that. After adding it, just look at what I am doing it over here, right? अगर मैंने इधर मैंने नाम ऐड किया, let's say श्वेता, right? And if I add it over here, तो वापस सेम फॉर्म दिखना चाहिए मुझे और इसमें ये नाम भी दिखना चाहिए. So it will automatically come. The whole code I am going to reuse it again and again. The first time we are doing it, that's why we are doing it like this. After that, when we are using the frameworks and everything, so a lot of things are there. First of all, you understand this. Same code, copy paste it over here. Same code copy paste करने का, same code, right? खाली add क्या करने का है, that I will tell you now. Because everything I want, same thing I want. So this is same thing. Now over here, the one change is this. Why? See this $_post. This is a implicit object, right? And over here, this value or this is a name which is you are written it over here. Yes, input type equal to text, name equal to text stud. What is the name of the object? Text stud. So whatever you are entering the value inside a text box, that value you are going to point it using this particular variable text stud. So this name must be there in your $_post. $_post text stud, right? And this particular value, it is going to see this form. Once you submit the student, it is going to call add stud. So submission means what? It is going to pass the parameter. Over here, you are going to catch the parameter. So where you are going to catch the parameter? Inside this text tool. And how you are going to catch the parameter? Using this particular implicit object. Where you are going to store it? You are going to store it in this variable $sname. Whatever name, stud name, कुछ भी लिखो, ये variable का नाम है. And for confirmation, I am just echoing this. I am just printing it on web page. Confirmation. So while delivering this to the client, I will make all this echo, right? I will all make this echo comment, right? Over here, $sname, I will going to print it just for a sake that whatever I am submitting, whether I am getting it at the add stud.php or no. That's why the code is same as it is. Now the thing is, over here, what I have done, over here, अभी मैं जो मैं आपको पहले बोला था ना, वन ऑटो इंक्रीमेंट करने का, ये करने का, वो करने का, तो at this moment I have not added this particular query. So it's very simple, straightforward query. This query I have put it in this particular variable. So what is the query? Insert into student, like stud id comma stud name. These are the attributes inside this table. Values 1 is fixed now. So whenever you will let's say refresh तो 1 नहीं आएगा, 2 नहीं आएगा, because मुझे उसके लिए पहले query लिखना पड़ेगा. तो वो करेंगे, पहले ये आता है कि नहीं वो तो देखो. And $sname, see again the syntax. $sname. So $sname is whatever value you got it over here, that value you are going to add it in the database, right? So this is a simple statement, right? The query. And you know this query, I am printing it over here again on the page. Just see it over here. See the query. Insert into this and this Shweta. This Shweta parameter I got it from the previous page, from the previous text box. Why I am printing this? Because you know, if something goes wrong inside the query, I can copy this, right? And I can go inside my database, SQL में जाके वो मैं इधर पेस्ट करूंगा और सेमीकोलन डाल के मैं गो करके देखूंगा कि आ रहा है कि नहीं. यस, सिंटैक्स कुछ एरर आएगा तो इधर ही मुझे आएगा. राइट नाउ आई एम हैविंग 2 सी 111, मैंने कोड नहीं किया इसके लिए 111 आया है, राइट. एंड श्वेता अगेन आई हैव इंसर्टेड द वैल्यू ना, तो श्वेता अगेन श्वेता आ गया. फाइन, राइट. एंड after this this is again the same thing what we have done, but now the syntax has been changed. $con pointing to this particular query. That means over here my connection is also pointing to that particular cursor, equal to true. यानी ये अगर क्वेरी मैंने फायर किया, ये फायर करने का सिंटैक्स है. दिस इज आई एम फायरिंग द, एक्चुअली आई एम एग्जीक्यूटिंग द क्वेरी. If it equal to true, not equal to, अभी equal to में 3 बार equal to डाला है. Just see, syntax difference है. Why did double quotes? Why did one single? Why not one single equal to? Why not double? Why not 3 times? 3 times. Why it is 3 times? Syntax ही ऐसा है. So 3 times you are checking with the boolean value, true in capital. If this is successfully connected and successfully executed as well, then you will get a message, new record created successfully. Else you will get some error. Now this con error देखो, con error break यानी क्या, नेक्स्ट लाइन पे लाने के लिए ऐसा किया है. तो क्वेरी भी प्रिंट करेगा और वो एरर भी शो करेगा. तो ये सिंटैक्स देखो, इको प्रिंट करो, क्या करो, एरर, फाइन, डबल कोट्स, क्या कॉन्केटेनेट किया है, एसक्यूएल. अब ये डॉट एंड डॉट का मीनिंग तो समझ में आ गया, बिकॉज वी हैव यूज्ड दिस इन आवर सिलेक्ट टैग. दिस आल्सो वी हैव यूज्ड दिस. तो डॉट इज ऑपरेटर टू कॉन्केटेनेट द स्ट्रिंग. इतना तो हम लोग को मालूम पड़ रहा है अभी, राइट. व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू प्रिंट, एसक्यूएल actually query if any syntax error is there and connection error. Actually, if the connection is not established and if the query is not fired correctly, so otherwise if everything is fine, you are getting the message, new record created successfully. You can just see the syntax, $con query $SQL equal to true, correctly write, and then if it is okay, then you will get everything. And just over here I have just written again echo, उसका जरूरत नहीं है echo का, just save this and my PHP code completes. And if it is and the everything is same as we are already written, same thing है, same thing is over here. You may redirect the page, same page you can redirect, लेकिन वो अलग अलग है. Let's see afterwards, अलग अलग हम लोग करेंगे. First thing, right? So how you are inserting the record in the database? Is there any problem with this particular syntax? Just tell me. श्वेता, स्वीटी, युक्ता, बाद में नील, हर्ष और कौन कौन है, बहुत सारे लोग हैं.
No, sir.
No, right? So I think you can able to write this code, right? So anybody that executed the code? Runmai? Hello, Runmai?
सर हो.
कोड लिहिला का?
नाही सर, ऍक्च्युली माझा लॅपटॉपचा आज प्रॉब्लेम झालाय, तर मग मी आज फक्त बघते, शिकते, ते नोट्स वगैरे काढतेय.
पण कोड समजला का तुम्हाला?
हो, समजला.
ओके ओके. सो काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही ना कोड मध्ये?
नाही नाही.
ओके, बिकॉज दिस कोड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एक बार आपको ये इंसर्टिंग का पार्ट समझ में आ गया ना, इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस पर्टिकुलर कोड, आफ्टर दैट इट जस्ट मॉडिफिकेशन के लिए इट अपडेट का क्वेरी डालने का है, डिलीट के लिए डिलीट का क्वेरी डालने का है. यू हैव टू जस्ट सिलेक्ट द रिकॉर्ड एंड डिलीट द रिकॉर्ड. यू जस्ट सिलेक्ट द रिकॉर्ड, अपडेट द मॉडिफिकेशन का बटन आ गया, उधर क्लिक किया तो आपको मॉडिफाइड करके आएगा. सो एडिशन, मॉडिफिकेशन, डिलीशन एंड व्यू डिस्प्ले ऑफ द रिकॉर्ड, ये 4 ऑपरेशन एक बार आपने किया प्रोग्रामिंग पे अलग अलग. नाउ लेट्स से आई वांट टू मॉडिफाई द रिकॉर्ड. सो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, यू क्रिएट वन मोर फाइल कॉल्ड एज modify underscore stud.php फाइल. नया फाइल लिखो, कॉपी पेस्ट करो, उधर कोई चेंज करो अपडेट का. व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू अपडेट, द स्टूड नेम. बट विच स्टूड नेम, वॉट एवर यू आर सिलेक्टेड द नेम. यानी अभी देखो इधर, राइट, इधर देखो अभी ये 3 आ गया है. सो लेट्स से ये श्वेता का आईडी चेंज है सपोज, राइट. व्हाट इज योर टास्क, अभी आपका टास्क क्या है, व्हाट इज योर होमवर्क, और यू कैन से द सिंपल होमवर्क. होमवर्क इज लाइक दिस, दैट पहले आपको स्टार्टिंग में इधर आपको while inserting the record you are going to insert it as a new value. Instead of 1 you should write a new value. So what you will do, again मैं इधर एक SQL query लिखूंगा. Let's say I will write SQL1 and instead of this query I will say select max of stud id, select of max of stud id from student, right? And whatever value I got, अभी ये value कैसे मिलेगा, same thing, same copy paste करो ऊपर, right? And instead of this, because my query will get इधर SQL के बजाय SQL1, because my variable SQL1 है ना अभी, this SQL1, right? अगर if it is successfully this thing, then what I will do, $count करके एक नया वेरिएबल ले लूंगा, and $count करके I will just say, what I will just say, dollar, और I will say $row में मैं इधर नाम डालूंगा stud id, राइट. एक तो मैं ऐसा लिखूंगा, अदरवाइज आई विल फॉलो दिस पर्टिकुलर दिस थिंग. ये देखो डॉलर, ये फॉलो करूंगा मैं, आई विल फॉलो दिस. खाली वाइल के बजाय क्या आएगा, इफ आएगा, वाइल के बजाय इफ आएगा. और इवन दो इफ यू पुट वाइल इट विल इट विल रन ओनली वंस. एक तो ये करो, अदरवाइज ये करो, और दोनों चल के दिखाओ. लेट्स से इफ यू पुट लाइक दिस, right, just see whether it is going to be you are getting the value or no. अगर इससे वैल्यू नहीं आ रहा है तो you pick up this result से पहले query execute करो, you put a row, तो row record actually fetch होगा, so you will get 1 or only one value, one count you will get, right? And that value you put it in one variable. एक बार वेरिएबल में वैल्यू लिया, so instead of this 1 you will write here count, variable का नाम आएगा, right? And this value is nothing but a max value. So this is the homework for you. So once you will come in the next lecture, you should write this the main form. ये form आपका हो जाना चाहिए, right? Right. Then you should populate this new thing, and the third one is what? Once you will enter this over here, if you click submit it over here, the value should get inserted with new value. Value means what? Student ID also should get or incremented by your query. Max of ID +1 किया, sorry +1 इधर +1, जो ID मिला है उसको +1 करो, उसका वैल्यू काउंट पे डालो, और then you insert this value over here. This is how you should go further, right? I think you got one more lecture, right? At 12 o'clock. So I think I exceeded the time. So 1 second, I will stop the presentation. I will stop my recording. Any problem up till now? Anybody? Sweetie?
So if there is warning in the code,
हाँ,
मतलब व्यू सोर्स कोड जब मैंने किया तो फिर देयर इज वार्निंग शोइंग, तो वार्निंग अफेक्ट द रनिंग ऑफ द कोड, मतलब रन होगा या नहीं होगा, आउटपुट आएगा नहीं आएगा?
warning will not affect the code. Warning will not affect the code, right? So you don't worry. Warning तो code को affect होगा ही नहीं, right? But see the warning. What warning it is coming? Any warning you can you tell that warning?
Use of undefined constant SUG_ID assumed. This will
हाँ.
throw an error in the future version of PHP.
Yeah. So same thing I'm telling you know. See what is going to happen. You know, you have to understand that stud ID, whatever you are using, right? At what place you are used, that is very important. So what I will recommend you know, you should check what is the version of your XAMPP. Do you know this?
So the latest version only. Wait a second. 3.2.4, I guess. Huh.
Okay. So fine. Actually, that error, I have to see that code. What you will do, you know, you after this lecture, you share me the code, right? And just take a peek of that particular error message, right? So let me check, and I will tell you. Okay.
Okay, so okay.
Okay. Mrunmayee, काय problem है? युक्ता,
सर ईमेल आयडी सांगा ना तुमचा.
email ID ना? My email ID is Yogesh Pingle. 1 second. I will write down my email ID in the chat box. Okay, Gmail चा सांगतो, योगेश पिंगळे 1977@gmail.com, right? And my official email ID is yogesh.pingle@vcet.edu.in.
ओके सर, थँक्यू.
Okay, ठीक है हाँ. Okay, please start your project work, at least designing of a form and so forth. And whenever you require, please call me at any time. Okay. 1 second.